As we all might know, you can literally die from doing anything in your life. Anything, I guarantee you. Scrolling on your phone? What if you get too distracted and you, walk off a bridge? Or laying down? What if you sleep too long and start suffocating because you can't get air and you have allergies? Obviously, there's another reason for it, but you can literally die doing anything. And that's what we do know. So, this is why you have to be grateful for your life, number one, and you have to be cautious not to let it happen. I'm very grateful for my life. I'm very grateful that God blessed me with another day. And I just want to say that be grateful for everything you have. Today we are watching the most painful gym deaths ever by A Talking Hat, one of my favorite channels. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
The barbell incident. It was the early hours of a Tuesday morning in St. Charles, Missouri. The gym was entirely silent, and it was the kind of silent that only came when the world outside was asleep. At around 2:50 a.m., a young 23-year-old woman would be the only one in what should have been just another workout. She was a paramedic, the kind of person used to helping people, saving lives, and bringing the injured to safety. The woman would step into a Smith machine and rack weight onto its barbell, and then she began squatting it. The only issue was that the weight was too much for her. In the middle of her set, she began struggling. She tried hard to re-rack the weight, but no matter how hard she pushed, the bar wouldn't go up. Then, in an instant, her legs gave out. She lost balance and the heavy bar dropped with no spotter to catch it.
Oh my gosh, that is actually excruciating. That's just disgusting and excruciating. That's actually so sad. Rest in peace to this lady.
The machine pinned her down, trapping her beneath the crushing weight. And unfortunately, since she was the only one in the gym, nobody was around to hear or see her struggle. For nearly half an hour, she laid pinned and crushed under the pressure of the weight before another gym member finally walked in and found her. But by then, it was already too late. The member tried to help and called 911, but by the time paramedics arrived, they couldn't do anything for her. Her co-workers at the Christian hospital remembered her as vibrant, full of energy, and always lighting up the room with her smile.
Sad. I can imagine just going for a normal workout and that happening. This is why you do not ego lift, guys. It is not worth it. Ego lifting can cost you your life. Again, be cautious with the things you have.
But that promise, that brightness, was extinguished in a freak accident that lasted only seconds. Even in a place meant for health and strength, danger can hide in plain sight. If you're lifting heavy weights, always remember to bring a partner. There's been a number of times where I've gotten trapped.
Not just that. Always have a spotter, and don't have a spotter don't have a person who's not gonna spot you and gonna leave you because they're a psychopath. Have a good friend that's gonna spot you, or just don't ego lift.
Underneath weight without a spotter, but I was fortunate enough to have friendly passerbys help me out. So even if you don't have a partner to work out with, try to work out when the gym is active and has other people in it. May this woman's soul rest in peace. The leg press incident. 8 years ago, in Vadodara, India, a middle-aged man walked inside of a gym for what should have been a normal workout. He moved from one exercise to another until he finally settled in front of the leg press machine, a piece of equipment built to test and improve raw lower body strength. The man began racking weight onto the machine until it was fully loaded with plates stacked heavy on both sides. Ahmad climbed in, positioned his back against the pad, and began pressing. At first, everything seemed fine. Surprisingly, as his legs pushed the machine, the estimated 1,000 to 1,400 pounds he was leg pressing actually moved. But then came the moment of truth, re-racking the load. He tried to lock the machine and began struggling. In an instant, his legs buckled. The massive weight came crashing down, snapping his left
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that's so bad. Oh my
leg backwards with a sickening crack. The gym floor filled with screams as people rushed toward the mangled machine. The horror of the injury.
Dude, first of all, who was doing, I thought this guy was an insane beast, but who was doing 1,400 pounds, 1,400 pounds, or even 1,000 on a leg press, dude? You're crazy. Oh my gosh. This is what happens, dude. This is actually
plain for everyone to see.
Oh my gosh.
But, by some miracle, the man survived. Nonetheless, the leg press still had done its damage. It had left him with a horrible, gruesome injury, and a lesson that would haunt him forever. Don't ego lift. It's not worth your legs.
Like I said earlier,
The shake
don't
incident.
ego lift.
It was the end of New Year's Eve in Wales. An aspiring musician and fitness enthusiast had completed his day and decided to finish the night off by preparing a protein shake to drink. As you could guess, this was something he had done countless times before, but this time he would try something new, because after all, it was New Year's. His friend recommended that he add a specific powder into his shake, and excited to test it out,
Rigby
the man put a
Mordecai,
teaspoon of the
oh my
powder
gosh.
into his drink,
Yo, they got Rigby Mordecai? No way.
because after all, it was New Year's. His friend recommended that he add
Yeah.
a specific powder into his shake, and excited
His
to
friend's
test it
trying
out, the man put a teaspoon of the
Oh my gosh, I think his friends were trying to...
powder into his drink, blended
They're
it,
trying to...
began drinking it. And then, nothing happened. The drink was just a little bitter, and so he sent a text message to his friend complaining about its taste, but other than that, he was fine. Then the man went to sleep to end his night.
In fact,
Unfortunately,
they said, see you in the morning. You never got to see the next morning, dude. Jeez, dude. Never take today, or even tomorrow, for granted.
he wouldn't live to see the next morning. You see, the powder the man put in his protein shake was just caffeine. But it wasn't the regulated kind that you'd find in your Starbucks coffee. It was pure, raw
Oh, shoot.
caffeine. He only put just a teaspoon of it into his drink, which doesn't necessarily sound that bad. That is, until you realize that one of those teaspoons was equivalent to 70 cans of Red Bull. He gulped it down in one sitting. The man
Yo, this man just practically drank 70 cans of Red Bull. Dude. What? Oh my gosh.
got up awake
That's
in a cold
insane. Why is like pure caffeine? Well, why is pure caffeine so strong? Because it's caffeine. Oh my gosh. That's insane.
cold sweat. Almost immediately, his body began revolting. His heart was pounding violently, his vision became blurry, and his chest began constricting as if an anaconda was wrapped around him. He raced to the bathroom and began vomiting. His system had been overloaded with a stimulant so powerful
that's
that there was
so
essentially
bad.
nothing that could be done to stop it. Within seconds, he collapsed to the ground, hitting his head
Oh, that's like excruciating and just disgusting. It's a horrible way to go out. Rest in pieces, dude. Oh my gosh, this is so bad.
on the floor and going into cardiac arrest. Later on in the morning, his parents would find him cold on the floor and fall into a panic. They called 911 and paramedics rushed to his home, but there was nothing they could do. The cause of the tragedy was later revealed to be the simplicity of
peace.
one mistake. The scoop he used to measure the caffeine powder was actually meant for protein, not for a fine, potent stimulant. This incident
peace,
sparked up
dude.
a huge controversy over the ethics of making something this dangerous as accessible as it was. Many argued that powders like these shouldn't be sold on shelves if such a tiny mistake could come with such a costly
Rest
consequence.
in peace, dude.
The death grip incident
Never should have happened. Rest in peace. Oh my gosh, I know what the death grip is. He's gonna go. It's like you're gonna grip the bar, but instead of like gripping it normally, you're gonna go like this, and it can just fall in your neck and choke you to death. Oh my gosh.
The death grip is a risky form of holding a barbell. When you pick up the weight for bench press, instead of wrapping your thumb around the bar and securing it in place, some gym goers remove their thumbs and place them to the side. People say that this way of bench
It's gotta be to boost their ego. Like, you're just like trying to get yourself like, oh my gosh, it's so
pressing
stupid.
helps them focus on pushing the weight more. Others claim that it makes their triceps activate. Nonetheless,
So, dude, it's not worth it.
it's a stylistic way of benching that is extremely dangerous. And on a Monday, at a gym in Ankeny, Iowa, a 22-year-old student at Iowa State University would find this out the hard way. The weights clanged, the music thumped, and lifters pushed themselves through the grind. For this young man, the bench press was just another part of his normal routine. It was something that he had done countless times before. That day, he made sure to fully load the bar to 315 pounds in an attempt to beat his PR max. With the plates 3 on each side, this was the kind of weight that demands respect. The man laid
Yeah.
back and gripped the bar. But in order to really focus on doing his absolute best in this bench press, he switched his normal grip to a death grip, then
Right.
unracked it. He took
It's like one of those stupid TikTok challenges. Like, get ready to choke to death challenge. Get ready to. Like, I don't get it. Like, I don't get that. I know that was really corny, but like, it just doesn't make sense how you can do that to yourself. It's not worth it. Just do a normal tricep workout, dude.
a deep breath, and for a moment, everything seemed normal. But before he could even attempt to bench the weight, in an instant, his grip gave way. The barbell slipped from his hands. The full 315 pounds came crashing down across his jaw, neck, and chest with unstoppable.
Oh my gosh. Look at this drawing. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's like, jeez, dude. That's just. Oh, it's just crazy, dude.
Force. The sound echoed through the gym as lifters rushed toward him. Massive internal injuries were already done. His spotter and bystanders fought to pull the bar off, but the damage was irreversible. The man was rushed to the hospital, but despite everything doctors tried, he passed away from his injuries. His coach later said, he was lifting weights, something I did with him 1,000 times. But that's the cruel truth of the bench press. It doesn't take recklessness, only a second of misfortune. I hit the gym frequently, and I won't lie, I usually find myself using a death grip whenever I'm doing bench press. But the truth is, no lift is worth your life. Always use a safe grip, have a spotter, and never gamble with 300 pounds of steel. The gym should build you up, not bury you. May this man's soul rest in peace.
Rest in peace, dude. That's actually
The dumbbell
horrifying.
incident.
Oh, now we're at
It was a
nightmare
late evening
fuel.
inside a
It's gonna get
small
lot
gym
worse.
in Medapally, Telangana. The clients had finished their training, the weights were racked, and the silence was broken only by the clink of iron as a 34-year-old trainer and owner cleaned up his facility. But then, out of nowhere, the calm was shattered. 3 men walked into the facility, and for some odd reason, an argument broke about between the two parties. As the feud reached a boiling point, without warning, one of the men grabbed a heavy dumbbell and drove it into his face, instantly obliterating the man's. The men
Okay. I'm gonna give you guys a little break from that. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's just horrible. Oh my gosh.
began smashing the trainer's body with dumbbells.
Why? No argument, whatever, is worth someone's life. It's not. It's oh my gosh. Oh, this is horrifying.
Striking his chest again and again, with each blow being more devastating than the last.
Like, he has it's called, like, Sonder, I think. When you realize that everybody has a as complex, or even more complex life than you or as you. And, like, everybody has a life that's complex. They all have feelings, emotions, they, like, have a complete family. They feel the same things you do. Everybody. There's 8 billion people in the world. That's 8,000 times 100 million. And when you just think about it, this man had a life that he didn't deserve to lose. And all those 8,000 million people, like, out of all those 8,000 million people, not one deserves to lose their life. Not a single one. Like, people, as I was speaking, people have died right now. Like, a bunch of people. It's just so crazy to think about, but it's so true. Rest in peace, dude.
The trainer's
Somebody might have died from, like, something like this. Rest in peace.
body was left on the ground, and the place that he had once built to help people improve their bodies and strength now became his final battleground. The assailants fled immediately after, but luckily they were caught by the gym's security camera as they disappeared into the night. The man was rushed to a nearby hospital, but the injuries were too severe. Doctors fought to save him, but he succumbed during treatment. Investigators believe the motive may have been personal, a suspected love affair or twisted grudge. Something definitely not worth a human life.
Exactly.
The tanning incident. On a quiet Friday evening, a 39-year-old Indianapolis man walked into a Planet Fitness on Hardigan Street. He checked in, went about his routine, and got ready to leave after finishing everything he needed to finish. But before he left, he decided to make a quick stop in the gym's tanning bed to give his skin a nice finish. It was quick. The man hopped
Oops, sorry. Oh, what happened?
Into the tanning bed and was blasted by tanning lights for 10 minutes, left the gym, went back home, and slept happily ever after. Except that's not what happened. You see, the man's car was left parked in the gym's lot it never left, and his family
Oh.
became extremely worried when he didn't return home for a day. One day turned into 3 days, and before you knew it, the truth finally came out. The man struggled with an addiction that I can't mention on YouTube. It's speculated that the man had consumed some of the
I think
substance
it's
before slipping into the tanning bed.
Ceane.
And while the
Ceane.
machine tanned his skin,
You know what I
he
mean.
quickly realized that he had consumed too much of the illegal substance. He began convulsing while trying to escape the tanning bed, but it would be to no avail. For 3
Oh my gosh.
whole days, the man would remain stuck inside with his body trapping the energy from the device's UV lights, causing him
That's
to become
insane.
disfigured. Finally, a staff member of the
If
Planet
that's like,
Fitness
I know
discovered his
obviously
body.
it may not be super accurate unless we saw the photo. If that's what like the description of his body looked like in this animation, I can imagine. Like, I cannot imagine what it was like in real life. Like, that's horrible. Oh my gosh.
Locked inside of the tanning bed. He had been there since Friday, alone, silent, and hidden in plain sight. Authorities were immediately called when they found him, and by the time
Imagine
police
how
and
it smelled too. Oh my god.
investigators pieced it together, questions were everywhere. Why did it take so long for someone to find him? Why did no alarms go off? And was it really just the substance he consumed that caused him to become stuck in the tanning bed? His mother later confirmed he had been struggling with an addiction, but she still remembered him as the kindest person with the softest heart. The
Rest
gym
in
is where you
peace,
shape
dude.
yourself into the best version of who you can be. It's a place that builds not only strength, but also health and happiness. But none of that matters without safety. Safety always comes first.
Safety always comes first, dude. Rest in peace to all these people. That was the most painful gym deaths ever by a talking cat. I'm just gonna let this video play out.
Train with a spotter when you can, pay attention to your muscles and joints if they warn you to slow down, and never load more weight than you're truly ready to handle.
Exactly.
With that being said, have a happy day.
Thank you. Oh, we got a Fennec Fox in here too. Yeah. So, I have food in my mouth. I know. But what we can take from this video is that, like, pretty much what you just said. Never ego lift. Always try to stay safe. Value your life every day and don't take it for granted. That was an amazing video. It was intriguing. It was a little sad. And rest in peace to all these beautiful souls that died. I hope they're with Jesus now. But without further ado, I just want to say peace out, guys. Remember, I love you, but Jesus loves you more. See you later.